everyone. You're here because you want to get a handle on earning online, right? But you want it fast, without wading through tons of complicated stuff.
Exactly.
So think of this as your quick guide. We're looking at two pretty interesting ways folks are making money online. Microtasking and website or app testing.
Yeah, and we're going to focus on two specific platforms today, just to make it really concrete.
We're diving deep into ClickWorker and user testing.
Mm-hmm. And the mission here isn't just to say what they are. It's really to pull out the key info, how they work, what kinds of tasks you'd actually do, and maybe what it feels like to use them.
Right, kind of get the essentials so you can figure out if either one might be, a good fit for you in your spare time.
Spot on. Get the info you need to decide.
Okay, so let's kick off with ClickWorker. You hit their site, and right away they're talking about financial independence, joining a great community.
Yeah, that earn money from anywhere, anytime line, it definitely catches the eye.
It does. But this community thing, what does that actually mean day to day, do you think? Is it like forums or?
That's a good question. They emphasize it, but how active is it? Does being part of this community actually help you get better jobs? Or is it more like a nice feeling they're trying to sell?
Yeah. Like, is there real collaboration happening, or is it mostly just people working on their own tasks?
Exactly. It's something to maybe dig into if you sign up. They also talk up their tech, right? High-end technology.
Yeah, stable performance, safety, modern server housing. I guess that makes sense. You need the platform to actually work if you're going to earn money on it.
Oh, absolutely. That stuff matters.
Yeah.
Good servers mean, hopefully, fewer crashes, less frustration when you're in the middle of something. It suggests they're actually investing in the user experience, technically speaking.
Right. Now, microtasking, sometimes that just sounds like endless, boring clicks, but ClickWorker says it's more varied. AI training, surveys, voice recordings, even photo contests.
Yeah, they list quite a range. It does sound potentially more engaging than just, clicking yes or no 1,000 times. AI training, for instance, that could be interesting.
And they mentioned tasks being customized just for you. How customized are we talking realistically? Is it based on skills you list or?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How does that customization work? Is it really tailored or just kind of broadly filtered? Does your performance on past tasks influence what you see next? It'd be great to know more about that algorithm.
Definitely. Okay, and the big one, getting paid. They mention weekly payments, PayPal, Payoneer. Sounds secure.
Using established providers like PayPal is a plus. Gives people confidence.
And they say you decide for yourself when you get paid, but there's a catch, right?
Well, yeah. It's after client approval. So you finish a task, the client who posted it has to approve it. Then you can request payment. So there's still a bit of a waiting game, potentially.
Gotcha. So control, but within limits. What about data security? Always a worry online.
For sure. They make a point of mentioning data privacy, their ISO certification they got back in 2022.
Right, and being around for over 15 years. Does that ISO thing actually mean much?
It does, actually. It's not just a sticker. It means they follow internationally agreed standards for, like, quality management and security. It suggests a certain level of process and care in how they handle things, including user data.
Okay, that's reassuring. So using the platform itself, the workplace, they call it, they stress flexibility, working from anywhere, finding jobs based on your time.
Yeah, the whole setup is geared towards convenience. Push notifications for new jobs seem pretty useful. It means you don't have to constantly check the site.
Yeah, I hate having to refresh constantly. And tracking your balance, working offline on reserve jobs, those sound like nice touches.
Definitely. Little things that make it easier to fit into your life. Find a job when you have a spare 20 minutes, that kind of thing.
They give some actual examples too. Surveys, writing product descriptions, online research, mystery shopping.
Oh, mystery visits, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking photos while shopping.
App testing, photo capturing, audio video recording. It is a pretty broad mix.
It really is. Seeing those examples helps make it feel more real, doesn't it? Gives you a better idea of what you might actually be doing. Some quick, some maybe more involved.
So what makes ClickWorker stand out, according to them? They list some big numbers, plus 1 million microtasks, plus 50K hit apps as a UHRS provider. What's that UHRS bit mean?
UHRS. It stands for Universal Human Relevance System. It's basically a platform often linked with search engines like Bing, where people evaluate things like search results quality. Hit apps are just the specific tasks within that system.
Okay, so lots of those kinds of search evaluation tasks available through ClickWorker.
Yeah, that's what the I plus 50K hit app suggests, a significant volume of that specific type of microtask. They also mention solving loads of support tickets and that ISO certification again.
And it's kind of neat how their website has totally separate areas for customers and for ClickWorkers. Very clear.
Makes sense. Keeps things organized for both sides of the market, the businesses needing work, and the people wanting to do it.
All right, cool. Let's switch gears then. Let's talk user testing.
Okay.
Their angle is different. It's all about getting paid to test stuff, products, websites, apps, boosting your income in your free time.
Right. They call it the ultimate side hustle. Easy, fast, simple. That's the pitch.
So the focus is purely on feedback then.
Pretty much, yeah. Helping companies improve their user experience by having real people try things out and say what they think.
How's it work in practice? You apply, then what?
You apply, then you browse available tests. But first, you usually have to answer some screening questions for each test.
To make sure you're the right fit, like the right demographic.
Exactly. If you match what the client's looking for, you get the test. You do it, usually involves thinking out loud while using something, and then you get paid. They say new tests pop up pretty often.
Okay. And one thing they highlight is the chance to influence the biggest brands, helping make products better. That sounds kind of rewarding, potentially.
It can be, yeah. The idea that your feedback might actually shape something a big company releases is quite appealing.
Do you usually find out if your feedback was used? Or is it more just sending it into the void?
It's usually more the latter, honestly. You give your feedback, but you don't typically get a report back saying, we changed X because of what you said. The influence part is more knowing you're contributing to that process for brands you might know.
Gotcha. So what kind of tests are there? How do you actually give the feedback?
They list 3 main ways: simple surveys, just answering questions, no recording needed,
Okay.
then recorded tests. That's the classic one where you share your screen, talk through your thoughts as you complete tasks. They record your screen, your voice, sometimes your face via webcam.
Right, on your computer or phone?
Yep. And the third type is live conversations, basically scheduled video calls where you talk directly with the researchers or designers from the company.
Oh, interesting. So more interactive.
Exactly. A bit more involved, probably pays more too.
Speaking of pay, how does that work? Is it standard rates?
They say it varies. Depends on the type of test, how long it takes, what the client needs. But crucially, they show you the payment amount before you accept the test.
Oh, that's good. No surprises.
Yeah, transparency is key there. You know what you're signing up for. Payments usually come about 14 days after you complete the test.
2 weeks. Okay, a bit longer than ClickWorker's weekly potential, but still predictable.
Right. Something to keep in mind.
Now, tech requirements. User testing seems pretty specific here. Minimum OS versions, RAM, disk space, browser, even upload speed.
That's because screen recording and audio capture need decent resources to run smoothly. They need to make sure your system can handle the recording software without crashing or lagging.
And a stable internet connection to upload the potentially large recording files afterwards.
Exactly. And they have that specific warning about Xiaomi phones for the Android app. Must be some known glitches there.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. And you definitely need a microphone for the recorded tests and live talks.
Oh yeah, essential. They need to hear your thoughts clearly. But they do say your built-in computer or phone mic is usually fine, as long as the audio isn't muffled or full of background noise.
Okay. What about signing up? Is it complicated?
Sounds fairly straightforward. You fill out basic demographic info, and then you do a short practice test.
A practice test. See if you can do it.
Yeah, basically to check if you can follow instructions and, importantly, think out loud clearly while doing tasks. Make sure you're giving useful verbal feedback.
Makes sense. And you don't need to download software for that practice test on a computer, but you do need their app if you apply via mobile.
Right, just little logistical things to know up front.
One other important point, taxes. User testing makes it clear they don't withhold anything.
Yep, standard for this kind of gig work.
Yeah.
You're an independent contractor, basically. So you're responsible for sorting out your own income tax based on what you earn. Crucial to remember that.
Definitely. Don't want any nasty surprises later. They feature some testimonials too, right? People saying good things.
Yeah, they highlight a few. Someone named Jeff talking about good pay, working with real companies. Another, Kartik, mentioned making over $500 in a few months.
Encouraging stories, though obviously individual results will vary a lot.
For sure. Depends how many tests you qualify for, how much time you put in. But it shows it's possible to earn some decent side money for some people.
So, quick comparison then.